Greetings. Welcome to Karenhopes 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration, the channel where hope grows inspiration. Y'all, thank you for being here. Like I do every day, I jumped on this video to let y'all know that episode 93 of Karenhopes 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration, my daily inspirational podcast, has been produced and published and is available for listening on all the podcast platform links below down in the description box. They're all provided there for you. And today's episode was titled, Disconnect. I do so many. Disconnect and settle your mind. Okay, and it's very important to do that. It's self-explanatory. Settling our mind is what we all need to do. Really, we don't need any explanations for that. It's just automatically understood. That's what we need to do to be able to figure things out and to be calm and to focus, concentrate. I had to work that out this morning. I literally had to work out what I was talking about today. Okay. I had to make it a good day or a bad day. It was my choice. I had to dig deep, and I made a choice. And the choice actually directed the direction. It influenced the direction of the today's episode. Okay, because y'all, I got a phone call this morning. I mean, literally, if I would have heard it. Like, if I would have read it on a text, I could have closed. I probably would have been like, whatever. But I literally heard a voice in my ear on the messenger. I was talking to a good friend of mine. And she called specifically. I haven't talked to her in months. I want to say since, close to a year. Like, it's been a minute. And she was telling me that she had been on YouTube and she was told, I don't even know what that conversation was about, but that was already in my mind too. She was told that I had a YouTube channel and she went to go look at it. And what she said was, I'm just going to tell y'all right now, before I go into that, I am using every single ounce of courage that I have to make these videos every day. It's not easy for me. The talking is easy. The subject is easy, but the recording is not easy for me. Not at all. She told me this. Hopi, that podcast is excellent. I love it. I've been listening to it. She didn't know about the YouTube channel, but she knew about the podcast, on the podcast platforms, and she had been listening to it. And she said she jumped on the channel. I like to say that. She jumped on the channel, and it was so good. But she asked me, have you ever considered wearing makeup? Holy crap. Okay. First and foremost, it took so much. Now, it just took so much for me to be like, I'm already dealing with the fact that I'm getting older. I'm looking older. It's just some insecurities that I'm still working on. We'll put it that way. I don't have to go into any detail, but there's insecurities that I'm working on. And she said, you could look so pretty. Now, what I had to do was, and because this person is someone that I care for, and I know she cares for me too. I know that was not malicious. I know that wasn't a malicious comment, because I've never heard her talk about anyone like that ever. It's not her nature. Now, if she was someone who was always on the phone gossiping, or someone that's always cutting someone down, or always someone that's always finding a way to criticize someone, from place to place to place, everywhere she goes is talking about someone or gossiping or being in a negative space, bringing negative vibes wherever she goes, then I would have been more likely to choose a bad day, because I would have gone there with her first. And but I know it didn't come from a bad place, right? The only bad place was her inability to communicate effectively, and that's not a personality flaw. It's just a skill we need to work on. So nothing to be mad about, nothing to be insulted for. So I had to come out of that energy. But before I started to balance myself, that specific insecurity, because y'all, it's real. It's real. I would have never clicked record again. I would have never made another YouTube channel again. So I cried a bit this morning, but it wasn't because my feelings were hurt. No, it wasn't because of that. I didn't take on an attitude that she was being malicious. What I did was cried because I had a moment of disbelief, like in myself. Because at that moment, I was battling myself to say or not to say F this. That's a pretty mighty battle. This is the result. Let's keep going. There's no way I'm going back to that. It's my decision. I'm choose not to ever go back to that self-doubt and that low vibe, or anyone's lack of experience to know how to communicate effectively, because really that's where a lot of our conflict comes from. And the resolution comes from being able to communicate effectively. And they were like, oh, that's what you meant. Or, oh, well, I took it the wrong way. Or I apologize for sounding that way, So, our communication helps us effectively keep growing. So we have to recognize when someone doesn't have that, and we have to be that. And then that's how we learn from each other. But friends, I'm going to keep going right now. I'm going to and keep pushing this record button, and we're going to keep meeting each other here every day. Okay, because you know what? I am being my authentic self, and there's no reason not to push the record button. I'm being beautiful, I'm being brave, and I'm being bold. That's what I'm meant to be. So, I may just have to put on a little foundation, whatever. What's wrong with that? And I did, look, I put on a little lipstick today. So, yeah, let's keep going. Now, please listen to today's podcast, if you can be so kind, and share it, okay? And also, please consider being a monthly supporter. That link is also down in the description box below, okay? And as for the channel, please comment, share, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that red notification button and turn it gray, right? We're about to wrap this up quickly because y'all, if you've listened to my podcast and if you've seen a few videos, I can talk all day. I can do this all day. But I have things to do that require the rest of my day, okay? There's a life to live. There's life to live out here. There's lots of life to live. It's a good life too. Believe me, I'm doing my writing and I'm doing this talking to y'all, but I've got some good life going on. I've got these beautiful babies and my puppy Clyde, who I love very much, and a couple of good friends who are here. When I say here, I mean here. I keep them right here. Not too much right here, because then I'll wonder where they are. So, got a couple of friends that are right here, and they're doing okay, and that makes me happy. And so we're just gonna wrap this up with appreciation and gratitude and something good to say, right? Now, let's talk about this, okay? Remember I told y'all before that when we get to this point of the video that I am freestyling. So what I'm going to do is, so I don't have to do too much stumbling or anything, I'm going to click right here onto the the social media platform that I wrote on this morning, and I'll just talk about that. Okay, so yes. Yeah, and I like that too, because being able to just go here and there and just pull some inspiration that I've just already written is just like, it's the universe supporting God's plan for his will in my life, and that includes the people that are in my life too. So right now, appreciation is all that I can do, and I can be. I won't be appreciative. I will be appreciation. I will embody appreciation by ending this video with this. Y'all, if we've ever taken the time and the energy to say we have a passion. I love to write. I love to sing. I want to be an Indy race car. I'm going like this because I'm thinking about the track. But does the track go like this? Or does it go like this? I don't know. But what is that, Indy 500? You want to be that driver. You want to be a jockey. And, you want to be a jockey or professional football player, or, just a mommy or a good wife, or, all those things we want to be. It's a passion, right? If we say we have a passion and we quit, it wasn't a passion. It wasn't a passion. It was more like a whim, and we already know about those flighty, unstable whims. They just keep starting over, It looks like we just always have something going on because we're doing things on a whim. We're always having to start all over because we're doing things on a whim. Give me just a second, y'all. The airplanes are flying by. Yeah. Y'all, God provides us passions. I want to say a passion. He's not going to give us a lot of them. We already have to work. We already have to work very hard at that one. God is not going to set us up for failure ever. People will. God won't set us up for failure ever. So he provides us. Remember, he provides us everything. He provides us with a passion to help drive us forward, propel us forward into our life purpose. And he doesn't and cannot lie. So that passion is yours, right? So this is what I want to say. God put a passion in you. Don't quit. Don't quit. Hold on to God, okay? Hold on to your passion. Our passion is part of a grand and big and fantastic and intricate and critical part of the divine plan God has for our lives. And you know what, y'all? It takes us to good places in ourselves and in the world. In the world. Again, thank you so much for being here with me today. And I will see you back tomorrow on this channel to exchange some awesome energies. See you tomorrow on this channel.